$9 billion. That's Governor Phil Scott's proposed budget for next year. The governor introduced that plan today, saying it won't raise taxes or fees. But as the House and Senate get ready to propose changes, Democrats are already saying there is one topic in particular they'd like to see funded more. ABC 22's Matt Holderman was at the State House today for the budget address. He joins me now live from the newsroom.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, the biggest chunk of that $9 billion proposal is once again for the education fund. And while Democrats seem happy with that, they say the governor is not focusing enough on health care.
This is what funding our challenges without fixing them looks like. But we can change that.
That's a message Vermont Governor Phil Scott preached multiple times during his 2026 state budget address Tuesday afternoon, pointing to two of the state's biggest issues that still need work: housing and education. Taking up more than a quarter of the entire budget is education, as Scott wants to allocate $2.4 billion to the state's ed fund. Included in that is $4 million to help the Vermont Agency of Education help school districts transition into a new education funding system that sets a base amount of money that would be distributed equally to all students.
Getting this formula right will benefit taxpayers and bring a high-quality education with more opportunities for all students from cradle to career.
Scott also once again said in his address the same thing he's been saying for years, that all of the state's problems boil back down to the housing crisis. To help with that this time around, he is suggesting $37 million be given to the Vermont Housing and Conservation Board to create some more affordable housing units, and $30 million be added to the state's hotel-motel voucher program, although he still says that is only a temporary solution.
It's permanent solutions that will and are helping families across the state.
Following the governor's address, Democrats responded, including House Speaker Jill Kerwinsky, who says she liked what Scott had to say about education and housing. But she says health care, one of the main drivers of affordability in the state, was something he did not talk about enough.
The governor came forward with a bold transformational proposal on education, and I would love to see that on health care as well.
And despite that opinion, the governor did recommend some extra money for health care. He wants to give $10 million to the Vermont Agency of Human Services so they can further address the issue. And another notable piece of the budget I want to mention was $77 million that Scott wants to take from the state's general fund to cover any potential property tax increases that Vermonters might see again next fiscal year. The forecasted increase at the moment is 6% on average. For now, reporting live in the newsroom, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.